The already frail economy was severely battered by the associated coronavirus pandemic lockdown. Now in recovery phase, experts say output levels are still way below the pre-pandemic levels. It's expected the rebound will be uneven amongst the different sectors of the economy, as some sectors were still not allowed to operate fully in the third quarter.
On a year-on-year basis, the third quarter GDP is likely to contract by about 8.4%. There has been substantial recovery in a number of sectors, but a number of other sectors continue to lag behind. And this, of course, is likely to be the uneven impact of the economic lockdowns on South Africa's economic recovery. While we have reached level 1 and are, of course, finding ourselves in a better economic environment, there is still the impact of the lockdown on households and finances that continue to persist this year, given the fact that most in the private sector are going to be earning lower incomes this year than they were last year, and of course that has a negative impact on consumer spending and hence on GDP.
The economy is expected to continue to recover going forward, but serious risks remain. This as the COVID-19 pandemic continues to rage around the world, leading to renewed lockdown restrictions to control the spread of the virus.
The risks that still will remain the potential for further lockdowns, as we now see in Nelson Mandela Bay, as announced by the president last week, given the increased infections and the requirement for higher hospitalization, which means the healthcare sector is overburdened. We are moving into festive season, which means we are likely to see these infections increase in other provinces. To the extent that the infected people will require hospitalization, we may see further announcements of some localized restrictions beyond Nelson Mandela Bay, and this is a big risk.
Stats SA is also expected to release the consumer price inflation data for November, which is expected to remain subdued. Manufacturing and mining production data, as well as the retail trade sales data for October, will also be released this week. Cluda Sifakomosi, SABC News, Johannesburg.